It's a catastrophe, nothing less.
Do I have to change my name? Will it get me far? Should I lose some weight? Am I gonna be a star?
I tried to be a boy, I tried to be a girl, I tried to be a mess, I tried to be the best. I guess I did it wrong, that's why I wrote this song. This type of modern life, is it for me? This type of modern life, is it for free? So I went into a bar, looking for sympathy, a little company. I tried to find a friend. It's more easily said, it's always been the same. This type of modern life is not for me. This type of modern life is not for free. Oh, American life, American life. I live the American dream. American dream. You are the best thing I've seen. You are not.
welcome to the AVP podcast. AVP podcast, a bit teen now, if you're counting. My name is Ken Woodward, and I've been trying to wrap my head around these last 2+ weeks since my last podcast and all the things our wonderful president has done to further encourage me into believing that we are truly fucked. I now fully understand why P.T. Barnum and Bailey's Circus has decided to call it quits. They saw there was no way they could compete with the circus that just started on 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. I'm seriously trying to look at this perspective of that things can get worse. But every time I put myself in that perspective that things can get worse, our president tweets and things get worse. So I will now begin my show. AVP Podcast 15 on the air, and your so-called liberal podcaster, Ken Woodward. We'll be right back.
That is right. Fear the Greek fighting man. Fear his sword, his shield. Fear his love for Mother Greece. But most of all, fear his freedom.
We stay out, we get down. The clock is ticking, but I don't mind 'cause I'm all out of good luck, and I got nothing to lose. Oh, no one's got a right to own me. Got it on my own feet, for sure. We will fall and climb up on the rooftops, cut the bonds and change locks. We will wave our flags tonight.
okay, you guys aren't privy to all the new shit, so, but hey, that's what you pay me for.
And I'm back. As you may notice, yet again, we are Frankless, this podcast. I've been beginning to feel that Frank is, he wants to be on this podcast, but he's getting a little cold feet. It's certain, he's been sick lately too, so I'm going to give him a break there. But I think that even he now starts to understand that this just becomes so overwhelming. So overwhelming, what's going on, and depressing. And especially for him, he's on Medicaid, and he's well aware of the dangers lurking ahead of it for him. But I also think that he's concerned that he may say some things that will be too offensive, I think, to put it politely. I myself can look at it from a perspective as a left-winger. I've been here before. We've all been here before with George W. Bush's empire at bat. It's uncomfortable. There's a sting of not only losing the general election, but now having to deal with someone whom you try as you may to find something to agree with him on. You just can't, and I think that's the problem we all have right now. We just can't find something that can make us say the words President Donald Trump. Almost everyone I talk to, whom I know as are liberals and are who were not for Donald Trump during the election, refer to him as Trump. Most of them don't even say Donald Trump. Most of them just say Trump. I can't remember so many people voicing this opinion of not just wanting to put the words president in front of his last name. President Obama, you hear anybody talk about it, even the people who didn't like him or even the people who didn't respect his opinions, would always call him President Obama. We all know this guy's Trump. Now, it might be because he's a celebrity and he's had that name kind of put out there so many times, but I think it's interesting, just interesting. And this vision he had of draining the swamp that I wanted to go over this particular part of the podcast. I had quite a few people on my Facebook wall that I upset. Not pro Trump or Republicans as much. It's just people who the outside looking in, perhaps, are liberals, but not lifelong or certain to stay liberals, who were upset with some of my comments on my Facebook wall when I went over some of the things I did not like about our current president. I hear a lot of replies to some of the things I say about Mr. Trump. The word whining, you lost, get over it, comes up over and over again. And so I feel repelled to explain why I have this deep disrespect for our current president. And some of the things that he campaigned on, obviously, are some of the first things that come to mind. First of all, his promise to drain the swamp while inviting alligators, plenty, into prominent cabinet positions. Some of them have actually been confirmed. T-Rex, Rex Tillerson, I like to call him T-Rex, an ExxonMobil former CEO, is now our Secretary of State. A man who actually has ties to Vladimir Putin in business dealings, and who was actually received an award from Mr. Putin in his country for his efforts on oil drilling. And the second thing is he's already signed an executive order to repeal, to mend some of the damage the American Health Care Act has given or inflicted its poor, unsuspecting people. I had a better way to start. What's the backtrack? I'm not a professional podcaster, so screw you if you don't like the fact I got to backtrack. He's already signed an executive order to repeal ACA without even a hint of what to do with the over 20 million people who will be without insurance once it is repealed. Or other than his baloney-laced sales pitch. If you listen to him enough, you begin to understand that he is a salesman. That's what he's been doing his whole life. A realtor sells. Wakes up in the morning selling. Goes to bed at night selling. It's all about pitching and kissing up in a way that makes you feel like comfortable, even though you may feel that maybe you shouldn't be doing something, you feel comfortable with it. He uses words like huge, fantastic, great, wonderful, as if they were throwaway words, really. Throwaway words. And that's what he's doing. This is a pitch to the American public about the healthcare program that we're going to have. It's going to be so great and so wonderful, and everybody's going to be covered, and you're going to be thanking me, saying, oh, Donald, please stop giving me so much healthcare. It's just too much. Stop giving me so... God damn, I hate that shit from him. As I've seen it before, I bought my 1978 Camaro, a used car salesman who said it would last forever. It lasted 6 weeks, and it clunked over. Well, I was able to repair it for a small price and make it last another 4 or 5 years. But you get the idea that he told me how wonderful and great the car was, and not to worry, it will take care of me. And then he spends a whopping 17 minutes on his inauguration speech. None of it what little there was of it with the word of uniting parties, but with dividing words that will do no good for either side. And this putrid picture of the state of our country. Carnage. We're in carnage, folks. Well, and we're going to have to send federal troops to Chicago just to save that city. It's on the brink of being taken over by Mayor Daley. Wait a minute, that's a different era. Okay, sorry. Al Capone. Sorry, no, that's even a different era. No, Chicago is not in any way, shape, or form in such bad shape that we need to have federal troops come in to enforce the law. That's, first of all, an amazing dig at the Chicago Police Department. An amazing department. Does an amazing job. And it's a sad state discussion on the state of our infrastructures in the lower southern parts of our country, cities, which he gave you a little bit of insight to of how he feels and how he seems to react when he goes after this one gentleman from Atlanta and said, this senator, and says you should take care of your own degraded properties and crime in your horrible job you're doing in your district, when in fact his district was actually doing quite well. Example of many examples I can give you where it's obvious that Mr. Trump is shooting from the hip, assuming things that without research or paying attention to fake news of his own alternative facts. And we can go over his approval rating that is so low, it's insane, and dropping. I mean, you thought when you talk about coming into the office with a 40% approval rating, one of the lowest approval ratings ever of a president, that the best thing you could make of it was that, well, it can't get worse. And yet, it does. With every tweet, and with every insane comment, and with every disgusting thing he says, he has no respect for people. No respect. To call a judge who doesn't agree with him and uses the letter of the law to overturn an executive order, a so-called judge, who, by the way, was appointed by George W. Bush and is a Republican. At this point, if you're a Republican and you're backing this man and you've been trying to make excuses to not, there you go. And there's Steve Bannon, whom some now are saying is actually the man in power in the country right now, and that's the scariest shit thought as I can come up with. Comparing this ridiculously short inauguration speech to one of Andrew Jackson's embarrassingly enough speeches. That may be wise, as comparing it to any other inauguration of our modern era would be like comparing his 140-character tweets to other presidents whom were adult enough to at least give prepared statements. His press conference alone is enough to make you just scratch your head and say, WTF? What the hell was the deal with these frickin' crappy yellow vanilla envelopes that did appear not to be even have any text on the outside to let you should see like some bright black marking saying tax documents, the 2014 business acquirements 2015. No, they're all blank. That's because they're all what was inside him was probably blank. It's all a show for him. He thinks he can just make us believe anything he wants us to believe because we're so in doubt, in awe of his that's the word, in awe of his presence, that he's so amazing that we just believe anything he says is going to come true. He's the Wizard of Oz, and he's the Wizard of Oz, and we're all the the workers and all the little munchkins running around hoping that we can just get a catch in the eye, a breath, listen to anything he says. It's such a wonderful, wonderful world he's painted for us. Wonderful, wonderful world. I've never known an incoming president to have actual members of Congress kick around the ideas of impeachment movements without Trump even having spent his first night in the White House bed. Piss-free White House bed, I would imagine. And over 2 years later, not one plan of action. Since he has campaigned, not one plan of action. Still only the same stupid statement, make America great again. Folks, for Trump, it's time to put up. Shut up. But knowing the classlessness of this man, he will do neither.
What knockers?
Oh, thank you, Doctor.
Hello, this is Anonymous. I'm here to speak to you about this wonderful podcast and to tell you that Anonymous supports all forms of civil disobedience. We are a group of many with the voice of one Anonymous. It has come to our attention that many of you Spudnuckers fail to realize how important it is to form together as a movement and protest any of the Donald's agendas, as he is an elitist must be stopped. Let me start by telling you that Anonymous has several documents, videos, audio recordings, and pictures that can discredit our new president. We choose when such items will be released and we will choose only after the American people show the balls to stand up for what they believe in. Whoops, got something stuck in my teeth. Damn communist beef jerky. Anyways, let me continue. Where was I? Damn, mom, turn down that fricking TV. To continue, we support Ken and Frank for they have honest opinions unlike those jerks on Fox News and Whoopi Goldberg. I ask you to add your name to the American People's Now / the People's Uprising website's wall by going to woodwardken.wixsite.com / the People's Uprising and to lend your voice to this important podcast. Sparky, stop humping my leg, I'm trying to broadcast, damn mutt. So to continue, we are a force of the will of the people and we will never be muted. The policies of the elite must be stopped at all cost. That reminds me, I need to update my Netflix account. Seriously, those fuckers will screw up my bank account if I don't, and besides I can't afford to miss the next episode of Ice Road Truckers. Okay, where was I? Oh, now on to the most important agenda. The Russians have been responsible for the biggest hacking in world history and we must make them pay. As of now, I personally will no longer visit Russia and its amazing hookers. That will show them, I think. Also, the people must continue to protest Trump and the Republican Party's attempts to repeal Obamacare. Without this important health care, many hookers will be unable to afford condoms and we will all eventually die of syphilis. Damn, Rhonda is texting me again, stupid slut, it only happened one time, I mean really. To continue, we are anonymous, we do not forgive, we do not, wait, oh yeah, we do not forget. Dear Mr. Trump, you are a bigot, a womanizer, and most of all you suck turds. Now that you are in the Oval Office you will have nowhere to hide, we will be there, behind the curtain, underneath the desk, around every corner and even at the cafeteria. Everything you say will be made public. Wait, you already do that shit on Twitter, anyways even more so. Sparky, damn, that was mom's new rug, shit, we're both screwed. To continue, Like I said, we have documents, not like the documents in those crappy yellow folders during your press conference, but real documents. Like you're so screwed. I have all them saved on my USB memory. Yes, right here. Wait, damn, I think Tommy borrowed it because it had a download of Bad Moms. Anyways, when he returns it, and that shithead better, cause season 6 of Shameless is on that fricking thing and Fiona is so ass-licking hot. Anyways, well then sir, you are fucked. To continue, and audio recordings of you, yes, like the time you left those silly Christmas recordings on your voicemail. I mean really man, those were so bad I would have thought Santa Claus would have come down your chimney and gave you a beat down good. And yes, TMZ had some really good shit, but they don't have one of the time you were placed third in line at Carlisle restaurant. You told those fuckers to go outside and stick their cocks in their assholes. Like that is really possible, not. Oh boy, just a second, have to Google getting dog piss out of a rug. Good job Sparky, you lame excuse for a Russian poodle. Whoops, no excuse me, I don't own a Russian poodle, I meant an American hound dog. To continue, pictures, oh yes pictures, well I had some amazing pictures of Trump and many prostitutes peeing on the bed the Obamas slept in Moscow, but damn Sparky peed on them. I gotta find a new home for that piece of shit dog. But wait, okay, I do have pictures of the Donald doing his business at Carlisle's right next to a dumpster. It gave new meaning to the phrase dump Trump. To continue, we are anonymous and we will never stop till we bring back democracy, or at least stop the Star Wars saga. We're like Meryl Streep on steroids, unless of course she already is, then more like Michael Moore on a weight loss program. We are pissed and hungry. Now is the time for action, protest, organize, listen to this podcast and become a part of the wall, become a member, become an administrator, and whatever you do, stop photobombing us on YouTube. I mean seriously dude, that ain't whack. Oh shit, mom's home and I promised her I was making macaroni, haven't even boiled the fucking water yet, gotta go. I am anonymous. Shit, I mean we are anonymous, we do not forgive, we do not forget. Take care motherfuckers.
Got my pocket full of sand, sand, sand. I don't really give a damn, damn, damn. You can read it in my hand. I don't really give a damn, damn, damn. Got my pocket full of sand, sand, sand. I don't really give a damn, damn, damn. You can read it in my hand. I don't really give a damn, damn, damn. Got my pocket full of sand, sand, sand. I don't really give a damn, damn, damn. You can read it in my hand, hand, hand. Oh, I don't really give a damn, damn, damn. Got my pocket full of sand, sand, sand. I don't really give a damn, damn, damn. Got my pocket full of sand.
take it easy, man.
I'm perfectly calm, dude.
Yeah, waving the fucking gun around?
Calmer than you are.
Will you just take it easy?
Calmer than you are.
So, of course, I could spend the next 40 to 50 minutes wailing away at how horrible job our current president is doing, how his policies have no real long-term goals that will actually be a positive effect on our country. But that's not how you work in this country. This is not how it should be. All the people out there, the Million Women March, fantastic, by the way, fantastic. Not to sound like the president, fantastic affair that really drove home the point that these protests are going to be around for a long time, and surely enough, not even 2 weeks later, even over 2 weeks later, we still have protests now, immigration ban, getting protests at airports and all around the country. They're not going to stop. And the reason they're not going to stop is Americans are very pissed off about what's happening right now on 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. The thing that Donald wasn't aware of, I guess, you think is wealthy as he's become, that at some point some smarts had to occur for that to happen. It couldn't have been all pure luck that he became a billionaire, multi-billionaire at that. He had to have some smarts, and had to realize, that I lost my train of thought. Happens occasionally. He had some smarts. He had to realize at some point, the 64 million people who voted against him and were all voting against him are out there. But not only that, the 60 million people who voted for him are not all votes that voted for him. In other words, how many of those votes, do you wonder now, Mr. Trump, were votes against Hillary and not votes for you? I mentioned in previous podcasts, even as a member of the PLP party, I began in earnest. I mentioned people tend not to vote for third-party candidates, independent candidates, like Jill Stein, because they know that there's no chance in hell that Jill Stein can win. And so they tend to vote for one of the two people that are put forth them. And in this case, it was Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. So even though there are people out there, about 60 million who voted for Donald Trump, the odds are a majority of those votes now, I believe, as we see all these protests and all this angst being put against our current president, a good bet that a large portion of those 60 million people weren't people who voted for Donald Trump because they're like, he's the man, he's the answer, he's the answer to our prayers, he's the Messiah, he's going to lead us to the promised land. No, it was better than voting for Hillary. Because she put our country at risk. She put American soldiers at risk. She was a bad person. She lied. She broke the rules, the most basic rules of security clearance that there is. And she cannot be president because of that. And that's why you're seeing this huge, huge uproar and all these protests. These aren't people out there who voted for Donald Trump. These are people out there who voted against Hillary Clinton and now are pissed off at Donald Trump. But like I said, I can sit here and say bad things about Donald. I want to, but it's fruitless. We're starting a party here, folks. We're starting a movement. American Voice Now is a part of a movement. We are in conjunction with the Bernie Sanders Our Revolution movement and all the other movements, the Women's March movement out there as well. We are in support of them. And the thing that gave me the best hope that this might be something that will actually work was the Women's March. As you watched all these movements, it became not just about women's rights, it became an anti-Trump protest. It became a protest against his wall, against his immigration plan. It became the first time since this whole fiasco that happened on November 8th, the country coming together and the movements merging as one. And it's only a matter of time, Mr. Trump, before all these movements begin to organize and become something of like the Tea Party after President Obama in 2008 was elected. But this, people watching MSNBC and Rachel Maddow, the Tea Party, its apex, is already behind this movement, this march movement, at its beginning, which gives great hope for a third party or a reorganizing and a reconfiguration of the Democratic Party, which is what I hope the latter will be the case. And I think these are the parts of this movement that I'm backing importantly. And I had someone on my page get so upset because I went after Donald's ideas and his policies that I felt compelled to tell her this is why. This is 5-point statement I made on what I believe in and what will make this country better. What will make this country greater. Not great again. We are a great country. Don't forget that. Don't let the Donald Trump hypnosis on your brain make you think we're living in this horrible, horrible situation in America at its most point and carnage happening in the streets. It's all an exaggeration he uses to make you feel paranoid, to make you feel you have to be with the Donald because he is the solution. He's not. This is the solution. Excuse me. Ma'am, I'm not going to give her name out. Did you not read my 5-point statement? And I have plenty of answers to fix serious problems. And all of them start with giving the American worker a living wage. Stop the rhetoric and get both sides to the table to hammer out reasonable efforts to stop unfair trade, revise sensible immigration reform, address the widening income gap, fix our infrastructures, update our electoral process, find more diplomatic solutions to the problems in the Middle East, address climate change with solutions that not only add to the workforce, but address serious environmental problems, and most importantly, to challenge the media to return to reporting facts and not the meaningless propaganda and the elite to take on the role of giving back to the workers that made them great and stop shipping our jobs out overseas. And that was the 5-point plan that I posted on my Facebook wall to this lady who she said I was whining because, get over it, Donald won, you guys lost. Or in her regards, even a liberal saying, you can whine all you want, it's not going to do us any good. Well, I can see some good coming from it if we not whine and give our plans out and make them known to these movements that are occurring so they can see how important these issues are, because our president spent his first day in office concerned about how many people showed up at his inauguration. That's right. Donald Trump actually had his press secretary come out and defend his view of the crowd size of his inauguration. Against all facts, which were presented to them, against all facts, this was the greatest, most viewed inauguration of all time. Who gives a fuck, Donald? People are starving in the street. People are without jobs. People are living paycheck to paycheck, one health problem away from being in the poorhouse. We have now immigrants who do not know where they're going to live tomorrow from today. On your first day as president, your biggest concern was the size of your crowd at inauguration. Not only that, it's bad enough that, but even after the fact, as he speaks to every other world leader around the globe, continues to brag about his electoral victory and the size of his inauguration crowd. Both of them completely lies. Complete lies. How does that make you feel as an American? No, your president is telling other world leaders this bullshit. And hangs up on world leaders because he's not happy with their previous deals with President Obama. So, we could talk about very important issues like Syrian presence and Russia and what's going on with them. No, we're not going to. I'm not going to talk to you because you've upset me with this stupid, dumb deal you did with President Obama that you didn't want me to now enforce. Mr. Trump, grow a pair.
The great Oz has spoken.
We are ready to go, it's about to get wicked. I take a ride for a spin, buckle up, I'm addicted. You and me any day, boy, I ain't lying. Baby, let's run away, I am on fire. And you know what you get once you get me started. I love the way we roll, I love the way we roll. I'll never let you go, I'll never let you go. I'm loving every time we roll. Live it up, we never ever get bored, just the way that we roll. Singing ayo, ayo. Never stop, we gonna do what we're told, just the way that we roll. Singing ayo, ayo. We could run this city together. Wanna get to know you better. Live it up, we never ever get bored, just the way that we roll. Singing ayo, ayo. They can say what they want, but we ain't gonna listen. We forget about the world every time that we're kissing. You and me any day, boy, I ain't lying. Baby, let's run away, I am on fire. And you know what you get once you get me started. I love the way we roll, I love the way we roll. I'll never let you go, I'll never let you go. I'm loving every time we roll. Oh, live it up, we never ever get bored, just the way that we roll. Get bored. Never stop, we gonna do what we're told, gonna do what we're told. Singing ayo, ayo. We could run this city together. Wanna get to know you better. Live it up, we never ever get bored, just the way that we roll. Singing ayo, ayo. The way we roll, the way we roll, the way we roll, the way we. You and me any day, boy, I ain't lying. Let's run away, I am on fire. Fire. What you get once you get me started. Live it up, oh, just the way that we roll. Get bored. Never stop, we gonna do what we're told, gonna do what we're told. Singing ayo, ayo. We could run this city together. Wanna get to know you better. Live it up, we never ever get bored, never ever get bored. Ayo, ayo. The way we roll, the way we roll. The way we roll.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
Well, anyways, I'm not shocked, and you should not be either, that what we felt was going to happen is happening now on Twitter. Yes, he is continuing to tweet even after being elected president of the United States. In fact, he's tweeting almost as often as he did during the upcoming months up to the inauguration. I can see some of the sense being made by some Republicans who are going to say, it's social media is now very important, and it wasn't that big a deal during Obama's administration. Obama was more of a hands-on person, but Donald likes to tweet rather than give press statements and prepared statements. The problem with tweeting is you only get 140 characters. So you have very little space to put out what you want to say. And again, this thing that this administration seems to have a ongoing problem with is researching the facts and making sure that their very top POTUS is not looking like a fool by stating stupid things like congratulating and being happy with a person's work in the black movement as if they were still alive when they've been dead. I'm sure his name was Douglas. So, like I said, I've had so much research to do on this podcast anymore these days, so I don't have time to do it all. Yeah, this man is making me sick to my stomach with how much shit he puts out just in one three-day period that I could probably do 10 podcasts on. All negative, almost. Every single bit of it negative. I said, I look for positive. I do want to come off as not being this person who sits there and gets upset with the current president and everything, like the Republicans did with President Obama. Everything Obama says, we're against. If we're for it, it's because he's against it. It's all this bullshit. But if you happen to be listening to this podcast, and you are unfortunate, maybe you want to think fortunate enough, to actually have gotten Mr. Trump's attention on a tweet, a negative tweet about him, and he tweets back to you and does his usual belittling of you, regardless of whether or not he knows what the fuck he's talking about. I did post to my Facebook wall a wonderful, wonderful post of how to reply to a negative Donald Trump tweet. Excuse me. So here goes. Mr. Trump, just in case none of your closest advisors has informed you, you won the election, and you're now POTUS. You have nothing to prove in that regard. But in regard to your continuous tweeting in the AM against anyone who disagrees with you, get some sleep, grow a pair, and get to work on leading this country and its citizens and stop dividing by using childish backlashes. Once famously spoken, actions speak louder than words. And to update to your modern age now, louder than tweets. I've seen thicker skin on a frickin' Chinese Chajangdong dog. Whatever that means, if you don't know what a Chajangdong dog is, I looked it up on the internet. Very thin-skinned dog. The thing that bugs me also here is that the American people seem to be so confused on what they want their leadership to do and be. It almost seems like we forgot that the reason Donald Trump became POTUS of this country was because people were fed up with the establishment, the elite and the establishment politics. Even on my side, especially the left wing, we are definitely overly concerned with the elite taking over our own party, and now that's what's brought us to this point where we are either going to have to leave this party for a third party, or we're going to have to totally reconfigure this party to represent the people it's supposed to represent in the first place, and not the elite. The elite have done the ultimate that they've been working on for several decades. They now own both sides of the coin, the heads and the tails. The side that favors the wealthy and taxes, lowers taxes on the wealthy, and the trickle-down economics that Ronald Reagan preached so loudly, and all these programs that they wanted to eliminate are being controlled by the elite and the wealthy. And the other side of the coin, with the workers who stand up, want some socialism, but not to the point of being called actual socialist, and want programs to help the people who have problems, and the poor, and everybody. The Bible kind of preaching of help your fellow man. Guess what? Now that's controlled by the elite too. So that changed its perspective and changed it and gave us the wonderful Hillary Clinton. Excuse me. First, the American people took a stand against the elite establishment politics, and now they're taking a stand against anti-establishment politics. They're very confused. Trump's light speed change, of course, of the American people's trust. What are they more confused about? Trump's light speed change of American course, or the American people's trust of corporate-owned media? There's no better strategy that will ever exist than divide and conquer. That's what both the elites having both sides of the coin now, and having the media to distribute the information the way they want it distributed. This is divide and conquer, folks. It's divide and conquer. Trump is trying to do just that. He wants us to be to look at the immigrants as the enemy. Give the people a common enemy, and they will back you on anything you want. Absolutely insane what I've been watching. Welcome to the age of conservative thinking. American workers being paid fair wages from money-grabbing corporations? Wrong. Cutting the military budget and using the money to strengthen our infrastructure? Wrong. Legalizing marijuana and using the tax on it to improve our economy? Wrong. Equal pay for equal work for women? Wrong. Cracking down on racist police? Wrong. Giving women safe haven to acquire needed birth control? Wrong. Taxing the wealthy their fair share? Wrong. Stop the empire building that is bankrupting our country? Wrong. Improve our education system and give everyone a shot at a good education regardless of their income? Wrong. Regulating banks to avoid financial disaster? Wrong. Simply stated, conservatives, you are wrong.
Well, I'm very pessimistic.
one thing, dude.
What's that?
You have to use so many cuss words.
The fuck are you talking about?
So, in conclusion to this wonderful episode, I'm going to title AVP episode 15. I'm going to title it Time to Take Our Country Back. Fuck you, Donald Trump. I'm sure I'll have to reword that a bit to post it up to my Facebook groups. But I'll make sure I don't reword it too much. And as I say, this is the appendum. This is the end of this podcast. This was a short podcast. My own income at the beginning of every year is kind of, I have to float bills a little bit as I approach my middle of February bonus check. So I had to drop my Spreaker account down from how long I can broadcast. That's why this is not live. It's going to be pre-recorded and such. Democracy is a tricky thing because there seems to be no clause that allows the people involved an option to oppose dictators who have circumvented its constitution and can rule freely because of the wealth of very few individuals. The elite, they have the wealth, they have the media, they now have a president, and they have a Congress. And they have most of the governorships in the country. Could explain why there's a lot of protests out there. I mean, if the elite owning the country was a good thing, people wouldn't be upset. They wouldn't have a reason to come out by the minions on the day after inauguration of their new leader, their new elite leader. They would be happy. It would have been crowds smiling and clapping, saying, "Yay, America." I'm actually looking forward to this Sunday's pre-Super Bowl interview between Bill O'Reilly and Donald Trump. After all, I can't imagine what it must have been like to be here on Earth listening to the last of the dinosaurs wail as they finally crept towards extinction. Since these next 4 years will see a huge percentage of our right-wing space take their short 6-foot slide to their much-beloved fake eternity, and the rest of their young, redneck, and poor blue-collar crowd watch their savings rot away before their very own Fox News shielded eyes, I will, like many lost world survivors, be elated to finally see America and the world evolve. Excuse me. And in conclusion, I will say this also about tomorrow's Super Dud Sunday pre-game interview. Mr. O'Reilly will press our president on the issue of his support for Russian President Putin, a killer. Now, of course, as you may suspect quite eloquently, our POTUS will say, Americans can rest assured that I do not condone the acts of violence perpetrated by the Russian president, but do feel as they are a worthy adversary, and as president, it is my duty to have a civil discourse with this man, no matter how unpleasant it may seem. Not. He actually is going to use Americans are not so innocent and are killers too to defend Putin's savagery. Look out, press. Piss off a president now, and you're lucky if all he does is a tweet rant. Get out the bulletproof vest. Good night, stay vigilant, and good luck.